Hello, this is Stampy, and welcome to a Let's Play video on Super Mario Maker 2. I thought the 2 was going to drop quicker. I was trying to leave a dramatic pause. Anyway, yeah, Super Mario Maker 2. I played a whole bunch of Super Mario Maker 1. You may have seen I did a bunch of videos on it, and I have been playing a lot of Super Mario Maker 2, but I haven't done any videos on it yet, and so I did consider doing some videos, like showing me making levels. The problem is because you're playing it on the Switch, you kind of need to do it touchscreen, otherwise it's really kind of awkward trying to play on the TV, and to record it I need to play on the TV, so I've ended up not doing any videos of me making levels, but I have been making levels though, so I've just been kind of making levels for fun, and I've made quite a few now, and I thought that, you know what, why not go and share some of the levels that I've been making, just in case you're interested in seeing the levels. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a chill video, nothing too crazy. I'm just going to kind of talk through kind of what I was thinking when I designed the levels and kind of what I've learned, just in case you are trying to make some levels as well. We might be able to help each other out. I will skip the notifications for now. So let's just do it in chronological order, I think. So it's going to kind of jump up and down because some of these levels are like proper levels, and some are kind of little experiments, some are failed experiments, so the quality of the levels is going to be going up and down. But yeah, this is the first level I made, and I wanted to be using these new special on-off blocks, and I kind of really decided on this level to kind of plan what I assumed the player would do, and kind of use that to kind of force them to do a certain thing. So the first thing everyone does when they start this level, and I know this for a fact because I've watched people play it, is they just go and jump and they hit this. Then they run forward and they're like, oh no, wait a minute, I need that on so I can jump over the gap. So they come back, switch it on, they go up here, and then they're like, oh, but now there's a big wall there. And they're like, what do I do? There's nowhere I can go. Then they go, wait a minute, I need to go and turn this off. And then they realize that this jump just isn't very far at all, and they can just easily go and make it over. So there's kind of a little back and forth that they do again and again, but they really, oh, I just fell down. But really all they needed to do is just go and like switch the switch and just jump straight the way over. But it's kind of fun because the challenge is very simple. You just kind of play with what people's instincts are and kind of mess them up. And then there's kind of a simple bit here where you've got to kind of leg it through all of these ice caves. They normally run out here, then they bounce back, and they very nearly get hit by the ice. It looks really close, but it's actually very difficult to get hit by the ice, but it always scares them. And then, yeah, we have another puzzle. This level, if you couldn't tell, is all themed around the on-off block just because it was like a new thing added to the game. Like, I think the first week, all of the levels were just people playing around with the on-off block because it was new and quite exciting. So, yeah, as you can see, I need to land on the bridge. It's off, so I kind of need to do a bit of a tricky jump where I kind of do it here. Actually, that one's not too difficult. This one is the one that's a bit more difficult. You kind of got to do the same thing, but just get a little bit more momentum, and here is the checkpoint flag. It's a pretty short level, by the way. Yeah, this is probably one of the shorter levels that I've made because we're about halfway through already. But yeah, a bunch of enemies going across. People are going to always accidentally kill the enemies, and that's intentional. You don't need to kill the enemies by switching them like this, but it teaches you that you can do that, and it's something that you need to do a little bit later on. But what you actually need to do is you need to kind of keep switching it so you get one of them all the way to the end like this, and then they jump up, and then they knock down the P-switch, and then you're able to go down here, and then you're able to get through the little gap. The other little block up there, that just has a coin in it, just as a little bonus, and just to make sure you go and look up at the top. And then at this part, this is the section where you need to actually kill them. So you've kind of accidentally killed some enemies earlier. You need to kind of keep alternating it so you are able to take them out. Because if you went down here, if I tried to jump over them, yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. That would not end very well. So let's go and take out this fellow down here. And then I need to go and grab the key. I now need to jump back up, switch this over, which allows me to go through the door. And then that is the end of the level. So I think I called this, I think it's called like Ice Cave, this level, which is a pretty uninventive name, but I think the level itself was relatively inventive. Well, it's funny because I made this level and I was all proud of it. And then I hadn't played any of the online levels. Then I went and started playing some of the online levels, and there was like a bunch like really similar to it. And I was like, oh, maybe it wasn't too inventive. Anyway, let's move on next to Coin Sprint. This level was yeah, it's all about collecting the coins. So you can have different objectives in Mario. In this one, you need to collect all of the coins, and then there's water, which is going to be rising. So the idea of this one was you just got to be really fast. Like, it's always really satisfying when you do a bunch of really quick jumps in a row. So it's relatively easy. there's no particularly like difficult jumps you need to make at any point throughout the level, but you just need to do it perfectly, because if you're like slow at least one bit, then the water that's rising up underneath you is going to end up catching you. And I can see like the comments that people have left that played it, and a lot of people were saying that the water rises too fast. But if you're getting caught in the water, you're not doing the level right, because you need to be non-stop sprinting. So it's a level that's designed to be played multiple times, because the first time you play it, you're probably, unless you're really, really, really good, you're probably not going to get it all first time. But you kind of need to, oh no, I messed up. You kind of need to keep doing it to learn what it is that you need to do in order to make it. Oh, am I going to be... You know what? I might still just about be able to make this. And oh no! No, at the very last second. So you can see that it is relatively lenient. And when the water does reach you, you can carry on playing the level, but you're just going to be really slow because you've got to go around swimming all over the place rather than jumping around. So, yeah, there's the level coin sprint. I didn't do very well at it, but yeah, that's the level. Right, let's move on to Snake Cave now. I don't know if I am doing these in the right order. This is one of my failed experiments. It's a really, really short one, but I was just kind of playing around with the snake blocks and kind of seeing what they do. And I kind of made it into a bit of a proper level, but the level's like so simple. It's barely a level at all. So normally with the levels, you kind of want to, in a relatively safe environment, kind of teach the player what the mechanic does in case they've never really played it before. So that little section was just kind of teaching you about the snake blocks. And then you can kind of see where the coins are. So you have a pretty good idea of where this is going to go. One of the problems with the level is you can kind of just cheat it. Like, there's a lot of areas when you can jump way sooner than I intended you to be able to jump. So you can kind of skip really big sections by jumping around. This bit gets a bit more difficult. I added some spikes in, but yeah, not too difficult to make your way to the other side here. And then, yeah, this is the really challenging bit. I think this is actually the last section. And it took a really long time to do this bit just because I needed to time it. So there's two snakes kind of work together, so you can keep jumping between them. But the snakes only start moving when you step on them. So I had to kind of really make sure that the player stepped on them at the right time, as you can kind of keep going and switching back and forth between them like this. But yeah, I believe this is basically the end of the level. So I think that little last section, that bit was okay, but yeah, I think it was just far too simple to be really considered a proper level. But who knows? Maybe I'll expand it or kind of use some of those mechanics in a future level. Basically, that was me playing around with a new mechanic. Oh, trust me, I didn't finish. That was a level where, actually, I'll just show you the beginning of it. It's kind of a little bit playable. As you can see, I haven't bothered uploading this one yet, so it's asking me about that. But the idea is I wanted the player to be constantly wondering whether they should trust me. So there's a lot of like these blocks that when you hit them, you don't know what's going to be in them. So this one has got a Goomba above it, and there is a Goomba inside it. And this one has a mushroom in it. And then this one has a key in it, and I'd need to use that to open the door. I know it seems really simple, but it kind of ends up getting a little bit more complicated, and eventually you get Yoshi, and Yoshi's able to kind of pick up things that are inside of the boxes. And the whole idea is I want people to be kind of questioning whether what is in the box is what I say is in the box. And there was this whole kind of long puzzle you had to do, but I then realized that the puzzle was broken, and there was a way to like easily skip a section and stuff, and I was gonna fix it, but then I kind of went off the entire idea of this level anyway. So I think if I do kind of return to this idea, I'll probably just do it as a brand new level and just kind of start completely again. But yeah, that was the idea for this level at least. And yeah, I think maybe this was this is where I started playing around, where so what should be in this box is in this box because of the arrows. So I think this one should have maybe just nothing in, and then this one should have the skeleton guy in. So I kind of start playing around a little bit. Anyway, there is, as I said, one of my failed experiments. But now we're moving on to what I think is probably my best course. Certainly my most complete one. It was actually featured in a I think it was called it's like Inside Nintendo or something. There was a website that did a top 10 courses, and this was in it. I think it was just because this is was a relatively popular course, and so it just showed up. But yeah, this is a good example of kind of teaching a mechanic and then just kind of really exploring all of the, or a lot of the possibilities in one level. So yeah, the mechanic is these new transparent pipes that you can go through. And this area is to basically prove that you cannot go inside of the pipe unless you are standing on solid ground. So everyone at first does this for ages, trying to get inside of the pipe, but it's impossible. So when they give up with that, they jump up here and they're kind of looking around the place. There's some hidden coins up here, but then this drops down, and basically you use the dropping platform to be able to get into the pipe. So I know that anyone who has reached here knows that that is a mechanic. And then the rest is about timing. So in this next section, you step on here. And then the idea is that is very gradually going up there, the block. Most people probably wouldn't work this out first time. They'd take a few attempts. But basically, if I time it, the block ends up here. And then before it disappears, I can go and drop down to this area here. This is a bit of a break from those puzzles. Basically, there's some stars, and I need to get a star in order to get past these swamps. So basically, I need to knock these blocks as the star comes down. And that basically knocks it forward, so I'm able to catch it, and then I can go for a little mad section here where there's a bunch of swamps smashing the mushrooms. I like that last one because it looks like one mushroom survives, and just a giant swamp comes down and absolutely destroys it. Anyway, on to the next puzzle. The coins are here just to make it so you always run here rather than going straight through the pipe, which just kind of forces you to look at what the puzzle is. So as you can see, there's another blue block up there, and then this is the pipe I need to go into, which I obviously can't do from there. And it looks like I put the checkpoint in at the right time. Yeah, this is the first time there's any real danger, so that's why the checkpoint's there. So basically, I'm going to just show you what to do rather than do the failed attempt. People probably wouldn't do this first time, but I go up here. This starts dropping down. I need to go straight back up again, because otherwise I end up getting killed by the spike. And then if I'm very quick, which I should be just about able to, I can go here and then, get through the pipe before it disappears there. This is a bit of a decoration on the ceiling up here. Once again, the coins are here just to make sure people spend a little bit of time looking at it. And it looks like just a cool thing that's happening. The reason this is here is it's teaching the player that if two entities go inside of a pipe, they cross paths and they don't hit. Because you'd expect these little ant guys to be banging into each other, but they don't. They pass each other, which means when I get to this section here, and there's meant to be an enemy there. Why isn't there in it? There's meant to be an... So one of the problems with this game is like sometimes when something spawns and then you run away from it, it kind of despawns. But yeah, there's meant to be... Oh, there he is. Hello. You showed up a little bit late. This guy is going back and forth in the pipe. And basically, you can probably guess what I need to do. I need to cross paths with it. So as it goes into the pipe, I go on this side and then I'm able to survive. And now there's a slightly more complicated version of this here, where basically I just need to do the same thing twice and time it. I need to delay here and then go and run through this side and then up through the top here. And because that was a little bit of a difficult area, I thought I'd treat the player by just showering them in loads of mushrooms. Like, it makes no difference kind of having all of these mushrooms compared to one, but it's just kind of quite fun, and you can kind of just play around in these pipes for a little bit. It's good just to not only have, like, difficult challenges in a row. It's good to give, like, the player a bit of a break and kind of change the pace a little bit. This is another new mechanic. These blocks kind of gradually appear and disappear. This section here with the coins, everyone wants to grab the coins. This is just to make sure that the player knows to wall jump, and if they don't know how to wall jump, they learn quickly, because they go to try and jump up with these coins up here, and then they're like, oh yeah, I can wall jump to get them all, because on this section you need to wall jump. So as you can see, I need to get to the top. So most players, they wait here, then they'll go, and they go really fast, and oh no, I missed it. Let's go and try and start that again. Right, let's wait here. I'm going to go as soon as it appears, and right, let's go, and wall jump and run back and go back this way, but no matter how fast they do it, they can't make it. It's impossible. And that's because... like, even though I've left an opening here, there's no reason for an opening there, because I can jump right here and kind of skip that whole beginning section, which is the only way to be able to make it in time, which is kind of a little bit of a mini puzzle before you get to this next pipe at the top here. And oh yeah, another little added challenge is there's that down there. I would feel a bit mean, but you have a lot of time to react. You can either wall jump or just jump up, and because I know that they've had a mushroom as well, I know they're probably going to be able to survive. I kind of caught myself out there. Anyway, this is the last puzzle. It kind of looks like the same thing. The only problem is that as I make my way around here, as you can see, I'm going to end up falling down. So the plan is you're meant to go back up this pipe to do it again. I did see some videos of some people online, and they actually cheated by wall jumping up here, and then they were able to get in the pipe that way. normally on a normal level, I can make it so you just drop down like in a one-way system. But in the, is it new Mario World, Super Mario World style, whatever it is, you can't do that. So the way it's meant to be solved is you jump up here, and then you wait to the very last second, and then you drop down, and then that gives time for the other blocks to appear. And then if I'm fast enough, I should be able to run straight through here. And there we go. That is the end of my level called Pipe Problem. That is definitely the level that I've spent the most time on, and kind of I think I'm most happy with just kind of how it works as a complete level. So yeah. Now things are going to go downhill from there. Actually, this is quite a fun one. So this one is a little bit of a troll level. Not really a troll, kind of a troll level. Kind of a little bit a troll level. So the worst blocks in Super Mario Maker, people who have played it will know, are these blocks. So as you can see, I got to collect the coin and invisible blocks, because people do stuff like this where you got to jump up and then they make an enemy spawn and then the enemy goes after you. So normally, people are doing these in troll maps and they just do them to annoy you or kill you, and it's not your fault and they're frustrating. But I was like, if I do a level that's entirely based around them and everyone's expecting one around every turn and they get used to it, it kind of allows you to use them in some creative ways. So, for example, I need to try and get up here to where this fire is. And I can see there's a hold here, so I might try and jump to that, and I get blocked. And there's actually a bomb down here, or a bomb as they're called, I think. Anyway, yeah, and it goes down here, and it blows up at an opening. I think there was I can't remember what's here. It might just be a coin on this side. I also did that sound effect. There's a little car honk that plays every time as well. So yeah, get used to that sound effect. And I jump up here, then it makes this appear, and I try to collect it, but nope, it bounces just out of reach, which is kind of a bit of a clue for where I need to go, which is basically a slightly tricky jump in order to get up onto here. And you've got to kind of jump and then be sprinting immediately to be able to make your way across. There we go. And then I can jump up here, and it makes an enemy appear, which isn't just me being mean. It's kind of a little bit me being mean, but basically I need to use this enemy in order to throw it up to where the arrows is. And it might be a little bit too vague otherwise, but I think the two big pink arrows kind of make it pretty clear for where you need to throw it. And oh no! Ooh, that was very, very dangerous. And collect it again, and then I can throw it up. And then yeah, this makes a giant bomb appear, sends it down here, which blows it up to open it up. And basically any gap like this that you can see, you can be pretty safe to assume that there's going to be blocks there. Even this pipe's I can't go in the pipe. I just get knocked all the way down here. Then even if I was in an area like this, like if I tried to jump back up, and I forgot there was this guy here. Oh no, oh dear. I don't know what to do. I think I'm dead. I don't know if I managed to survive that. Yeah, there's an example of I feel like I'm getting like payback on myself there. Yeah, so that's the theme of the level. Let me go and play through quickly to get back to where I was before, and then this time I will not spawn in the enemy that killed me. Okay, I've made it back to where I was. This time I'm going to do what I was meant to do. So yeah, in this area here, basically there's nowhere to go up that way, so you're going to try and jump up here, spawn in a couple enemies, and a big clown car, which is, yeah, going to be useful in a little bit. Basically, I just want to make sure that they spawn that in and they can see where it is. And then normally this would be a bit too vague of a puzzle, but seeing as there's invisible blocks everywhere, it probably won't take people too long to start bouncing around on this this trampoline or this spring or whatever it is. And then, yeah, you basically learn that there's invisible blocks here, so you can kind of go and jump your way up in order to make your way to the top. Hopefully they remember that the clown car's in the middle and they don't land on the enemies. And then once again, as you go up here, there's a whole bunch of invisible blocks for you to try and get your way past in order to jump through this gap here, like that. As you can probably imagine, I can't get that. And as I go to drop the gap, I end up falling down to the middle. But it's okay. It's all meant to be part of the plan. So I can now go and make my way back up to the top and get the checkpoint and relax a little bit. I could go and try and get the oops, steady on. There are a bunch more stuff down here as well, by the way. It's only this very far right area. This is like why it's really difficult to like test the levels yourself, because you know exactly where you got to go and what you got to do. You end up kind of just rushing through it and doing it perfectly. So if you are making levels, always try and get someone to test them for you. Anyway, so yeah, I need to go down to the right. Every time I try and jump up there, it makes these appear, and if I try and jump on these platforms, it makes loads of them appear. And then out of nowhere, there's suddenly a rather difficult platforming puzzle for me to do, where I need to go and jump between that one and that one and that one, and that is surprisingly difficult. And I go and fall down here. yep, of course, there's a bunch of invisible blocks, but I am able to get a spring, which I can use to jump up here, which is going to give me a life up mushroom, and then I can go and make my way over the top. And so here, once again, this is a puzzle that if it was in a normal level, might be a little bit too difficult, but because they are assuming there to be invisible blocks everywhere, and there's coins kind of giving it away as well, they might kind of take the plunge and try and jump here. And yes, lo and behold, there are some invisible blocks here, and you can actually kind of use them to kill the thwomps as well. If you're fast, you can kind of like squash them with the block. I'm going to take it slow because I do not want to die for a second time playing through my own level. And basically, you can just build yourself a ceiling so you can survive under the thwomps. Those little bouncing barnacle things, whatever they're called, they're just there for fun. And right, on to the next level. I'll explain what that saw is for later. This bit, it's pretty obvious that these are going to be attached to invisible blocks. I did the wings on the first one just to make it a bit more obvious, and then on this section here, they're just completely invisible. But at this point, you're pretty safe to assume that the player knows they're going to be there. The tricky part is jumping on them without just continually setting more and more of them appearing. So what you can do is kind of jump to the side, and then you know there won't be any there. Then you can make your way up to the top here, and then yeah. Now I need to make it to the door. Oh, yeah, there's a little bonus secret bit to get the 10 coin. There's some invisible blocks under the coins. Oh, hello. Oh, there's coins. Oh, there we go. You can... Oh, no. Oh, ridiculous. What a crazy way to die. Yeah, there was a shell. If someone was actually playing the level rather than standing there talking, they would have realized that the shell was going to be coming down to hit them. But yeah, that's what the saw's for. Basically, another shell does not spawn until the last one has disappeared. So that little gap where the saw is basically to make it so the shell can disappear. And I died again trying to go too quick. Yeah, just so another one keeps spawning for a puzzle that's coming up. So right, let me skip ahead past the little thwomp section, then I'll show you properly what it is that you're meant to do. Okay, I'm back to here. This time I might go for the bonus coins up here, the bonus 10 coin, just to show you how you do it. Seeing as I am meant to be kind of showing you these levels, I guess I might as well show you all of them. Basically, very simple jump up to here, and then a rather tricky jump to get around the side. And again, I think that's all of them. Yep. Then I can go and grab the coin. And oh, nope. I should have timed that to land back on the block that I needed to. But yeah, I've got to be careful because there is a shell that will spawn when I get up to here. So you need to go up to this way, and then you can see the shell coming from quite a way off from down here. So it does give you plenty of time to dodge it. I just wasn't really watching it. And basically, I need to build a bridge across here, like this, which allows the shell to bounce over. It drops down to the door, and then on the little barnacle thing, which allows me to go and hop on top of it. The treadmill is just to make sure you can't sprint over the hole, because otherwise, little one-gap holes like that, you can sprint over anyway. And now I got to the door, and the door's locked. But... jump up. There's the key. And once again, very, very hidden block up here. No one would have any way of getting it. But when they get to here, they know there's nowhere else for them to go. So they're just going to jump. Even though they know they can't make that jump, everyone just jumps and they find that key straight away. And it's always like a nice little pleasant surprise. And there we go. That's it. That is the end of my level, which is called Blocked. Little bit of a mean level. I don't know. I don't think it was too mean. It kind of appears more mean than it is. Because I think people like assume it's mean just because like most levels that have those invisible blocks in are mean. Anyway, this is a level called Select Difficulty. Choose between easy, medium, and hard. So basically, the idea of this level is to do a level where, yeah, you can choose your difficulty. So originally, I was going to have much more complete levels, but I realized I basically just didn't have enough room. So now they're in kind of like 3 lanes, which kind of ends up working out okay. So I'm going to do the medium difficulty one because then it's in the middle lane, and then you can kind of see a little bit of the hard and the easy one like on either side. So underneath me is the easy one, and then above me is the hard one. So on the medium one, I need to get this mushroom because basically I need to get past here, and I can't because I'm not big enough to break these blocks. So what I need to do is I need to knock up the mushroom, and then on medium it stays up here. On hard, I would need to do this much quicker in order to stop the mushroom from falling down. On easy, as you can see underneath me, I just need to boop it up once, and then that allows me to get through here, and then sadly I immediately take damage, so I'm small normal Mario again, and that's basically for these first few rooms what I need to do. So once again, I need to get through here. I need to be able to hit this block which has the mushroom in, and yeah, the theme is all about, like, it sounds like a really stupid theme, but it's all about breaking these blocks, and all of the puzzles in some way involve breaking those blocks or something along those lines in order to keep making my way through. Medium gets a checkpoint. Just because I can only have one checkpoint. Easy is so easy you don't really need one, and hard is so hard I don't want to give you a checkpoint because I want it to be difficult. So on this part, basically I'm trying to guess where the mushroom is, but there's a bunch of baddies. There's not too many baddies in the medium one. In the hard one, everything apart from the mushroom is a baddie, so that one is much more difficult than this one here. Then yeah, I get down to here, and then this one's a little bit difficult. Basically, one of these has the key to the door, which I need to get. So basically, I need to jump on these blocks to kill them all. I honestly didn't know which one it was, but I got really lucky there. So underneath me, it's just one, which is the caterpillar guy you need to get, and then there's 3 of the bosses in the top one, which makes that one a little bit more difficult and takes it a little bit longer in order to get the key. And I think we're like right by the end now. So this one, basically, I need to get the hat in order, well, the shell, in order to break away this piranha plant. This here just has a bunch of coins in. It's almost like a bit of a distraction. So yeah, basically, I need to keep booping these blocks in order to slide it along. As you can see, the easy one is much easier. On this one, it requires a little bit more timing. So it hits it, and then it will bounce around. It will break the block, and it will end up breaking the piranha plant and then getting grabbed by the claw. I need to go up this way, and then I need to run very quickly here because there's a bunch of thwomps that are going to be dropping down, and the speed you need to run is dependent on the level you're on. And then because I did it on the medium, I get the 30 coin. If I did it on hard, I would have got 50, and then 10 on easy, and then I can use this block to try and get to, oh, okay, I messed up, but yeah, you could use that to get to the top of the flagpole. So yeah, I literally finished this level last night as I am recording this, so it's only just gone online. Should we check it out? Shall we see what people are saying about it? Because the problem with this game is you do your level and then you want to like see everyone playing through it. So I guess I can kind of see the comments people have said about it. So there's the course ID if you want to see that. 43% win rate, which is pretty good. Someone said cool level. Are you actual Stampy? Pirate T? I am. I don't know what's soft lock. I think soft lock is when basically you mean you can't complete the level. There shouldn't be any points in that really. I guess there might be some points you have to kill yourself. The only time you can kind of get soft locked is when you got to knock the shell forward, but you can go back and forward through the doors. But yeah, looks like overall people have been enjoying the level so far, and no one is telling me off for any of them. Let me show you my how do I show you my, like, maker ID? Is it here? I want to show you my maker ID just in case. Oh, do I have to go more info? There we go. If you can see in the bottom left corner of this picture here, where it says ID JLWN57XPF, that is my maker ID. So if you do have Super Mario Maker 2 on the Switch and you want to play any of my levels, yeah, if you follow me or whatever it is on there, you will be able to play all of the levels I've already uploaded and any ones that I upload in the future as well. And oh, someone has liked my my level selectivity. Thank you very much. Anyway then, oh, well, they left a comment. I can see it straight away. What did they say? What did they say? Look at this. Live responses from the players. The new info is coming in. Let's see what they said. Oh, they're just going to say, load of rubbish, hated it. What did they? It did say they liked it. Cool level, Stampy, 3 minutes ago. Thank you very, very much. Anyway, I have rambled on for way too... You know what? I thought this video would be really quick. I thought I'd like quickly show you through my levels and then maybe have some time to play some other people's levels. But yeah, I have just been talking non-stop for this video. But if you would like to see me doing any videos, just kind of playing some random levels, probably just going through some of the popular courses, because they do tend to be some of the best and most interesting ones that you can find easily, at least. Yeah, let me know, and I will go and play through some of these levels if you want to see my reactions to them. But yeah, apart from that, that is going to be the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!